This has been the darkest week in Australia's recent history. The terrorist atrocity committed against innocent people, celebrating Hanukkah last week at Bondi Beach, targeting our cherished Jewish Australian community, has left our nation grieving and angry. The nation is carrying deep pain and sorrow. And last night, I was honoured to join with Jewish worshippers at the Great Synagogue in Sydney to honour the memory of the 15 lives stolen last Sunday and to also commemorate those who've been injured and a community that has been deeply traumatised by the events of last Sunday. Last night, hosted by Rabbi Ben Elton, it was a night of unity, resilience, comfort, faith and love. It was also a celebration of Hanukkah with fire displays and entertainment for the young children who were there at the Great Synagogue. It showed to me that the spirit of our Jewish Australian community is completely unbreakable. Australia will not allow these evil, anti-Semitic terrorists to divide us. No matter how dark things were and continue to be, light will triumph, and that is what Hanukkah is about. Today, Jewish Australians are observing their holy day of Shabbat. It's a Shabbat like none that have come before. Tomorrow will mark 1 week since this senseless and heinous attack. It will be another difficult day for grieving families, for loved ones and for us as a nation. As I announced yesterday, we've declared tomorrow, together with New South Wales, a National Day of Reflection to honour the victims and stand in solidarity with the Jewish community. Flags will be flown at half-mast and Australians are asked to light a candle and put it in their front window and to observe a minute's silence at 6:47 p.m. 60 seconds carved out from the noise of daily life, dedicated to 15 Australians who should be with us today. It will be a moment of pause to reflect and affirm that hatred and violence will never define us as Australians. The theme of the memorial service tomorrow night in Bondi is a night of unity, light over darkness. And we are seeing that exhibited in so many ways by the 24-hour service that our medical professionals, our nurses and people are showing in hospitals, caring for people, by the queues of Australians wanting to give blood to assist with the process, by people reaching out to give comfort to their Jewish friends in their local communities as well. Together with the New South Wales Government, we'll continue to discuss with Jewish community leaders the establishment of a permanent memorial at Bondi, as well as the National Day of Mourning. Today, the National Security Committee has met for the 7th time since last Sunday. We'll continue to meet and to be briefed by our agencies on their response. And yesterday, I visited the Australian Federal Police and ASIO to thank those personnel who are working so hard on these issues. And on Monday, I will reconvene the Cabinet here in Canberra to continue the work that we are doing. Over recent days, we've announced new measures to eliminate the scourge of anti-Semitism, to stop the hate preachers, to get guns off our streets, and to ensure that law enforcement agencies have the resources that they need to prevent future attacks. We've also announced mental health and small business support for the local community around Bondi. Today, we've also announced, as the result of a request, new funding for both Bondi and North Bondi lifesaving clubs. They used up a lot of their resources in responding to the crisis that we saw last Sunday. Many of these lifesavers also, of course, ran towards danger to provide support, to use the skills that they have to save lives. I'm deeply proud indeed of every hero, as I'm sure every Australian should be, who saved lives last Sunday, and in time we'll make sure that they're appropriately recognised.